Let me hold a crypto dollar. Welcome to the Tokyo Crypto Show, episode number 73. What it be? We are talking about understanding cryptocurrency cycles. I am joined by my co-host, the man, the myth, the legend, the author and founder of the Crypto Mindset course, which is going on right now. Sorry, you can't get in. Enrollment is closed and the education has started. Charlie from cultivatecrypto.com. What's up, Charlie?
Hey, doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Oh, just another day in the life of a winner. I am accumulating haters and dollars faster than I can count, so it's pretty good. It's not a bad time to be alive. How are things going inside your course, the Crypto Mindset?
It's pretty damn good. Yeah, I mean, we're pretty full on with the information here. We started last Friday, right? And we have the webinars going on for 2 full weeks, from the 18th to the 2nd of October. And yeah, we've been going twice a day, having 2 to 4 hour webinars. And basically, I think a lot of the guys are like, "Holy crap! Like, I did not know there was this much to crypto." Like, we did one webinar where we probably condensed 6 months of market research into about 4 hours. So it's pretty intense. But all these guys, especially the guys who are like brand new to crypto, are like now like already at like the next level, already jumping in there. And Julian says crypto mindset equals no sleep, but we love it. Money doesn't sleep, crypto doesn't sleep. Tony is loving it, it looks like. So is C Joel's over here. So yeah, we're having a damn good time, even though crypto's a 24/7 365 market. So if you're trying to make money over a decently short period of time and you're relatively brand new to things, it definitely is a hurdle. But even if you have experience in it, you have to jump in and do different aspects. We're looking at fundamental and technical analysis. The fundamental side being, doing the research, digging into different coins. And in this case, right, we'll be talking about maybe the cycles between some of these, what people call shit coins or altcoins. And then also, looking at the technical analysis, looking at the charts, being able to be chart literate and all of that. So yeah, everybody's having a good time. Some people are already making money, so it's very good.
Yeah, it is. It's good to see everybody doing, so well in the course. I was really shocked with the attendance because I've been attending the webinars as well.
Yeah, we've been averaging about, I would say, 70 people out of the 87 that are enrolled on a regular basis, and for the duration of most of it. And yeah, I think it was after like day 2 or day 3, I think everybody was like, yeah, we pretty much already got the value that we paid for this course. Like, that's how much information we're receiving right now.
I'm excited. It's good to see because you're like you're your own, you have your own community, but you're like a subdivision of the Hot Dude Army.
Hey man, we share. It's all good.
Somebody said you're the High Chancellor of Finance in the Hot Dude Army.
I'll take it.
I'll give you that title, High Chancellor of Finance in the Hot Dude Army. But it's good because being financially literate is part of being a high quality man. And even our man, dude, look at this guy. This guy, let's just talk about how aggressive this gangster is. Zuzu for life. making some serious bank. We won't talk about it, but more than 10x what he paid for the course is what he's made.
Oh yeah.
This course offers great value. You guys didn't get in, are missing out. It's funny, right? Because there's just so much money in cryptocurrency, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So if it's first and foremost, let's just talk real quickly about this. Some people feel like I talked to this, well, she's a girl. So I talked to this girl the other day. She's like, oh, Bitcoin's too high. Like at this point, buying it won't be beneficial to me. And I was just like, yeah, don't buy it. Whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my reaction these days. I'm like, yep, like Bitcoin's a scam. I'm like, yeah, it is. Just don't even worry about it. Like I've got to that point where I'm just like, if we're going to talk about it, and honestly, trying to convert people and try to be like, evangelists and letting this shit fall on deaf ears, it's just like, you know what? just, we call people like you employees. So get the fuck out of here. Go deal with it.
Yeah, there's other words we can use for that, but yeah, that's the nice one.
Mhm. Mm.
And at the same time, it's like we're not here to necessarily convert anybody, but we're here to put the information out there, and then the smart people out there who are willing to do the work and do their own research, right, are the ones who are going to take on and make money with it. And the rest people, yeah, the normies, will just let them go. It's all right.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it's we've been harping on about it for a very long time. And hey, it is what it is. If you get in, you get in. If you don't, you'll be watching us next year and be like, boy, oh boy, I wish I got in when Bitcoin was 10,000.
Well, see, here's what the smart people are saying right now, right? They're like, oh, you guys have been talking about this since 3,600. I wish I would have gotten in under 3,000, right? Or under 4,000. And then now we're gonna have the Lakers, or the second group of people, coming to us next year saying, yeah, I wish I would have gotten in under 15. So.
Yeah. It's all good. The world has their chemos, and that's who they are. Chemo is one of our coworkers that used to work with us. He was a real dum-dum, and Jesus Christ, man, talk about a fucking, you try not to stereotype people, but he was just another typical Hawaiian idiot.
Can't help them all.
Yeah. So anyways, let's just do a quick price analysis of Bitcoin, because Bitcoin's, I think, had like a $500 drop the other day. But
yeah, I mean, it's been fluctuating between recently it's been fluctuating between 9,800 to about 10,800. So yeah, it's been kind of, flopping between there.
Right. And so let's just do that. If you want to pull up the price chart, and we can analyze what's exactly happening right now with what's going on in this market.
I would say the best description for it is a rock in a hard place.
Right.
So what do I mean by that? If I just take a look, so first of all, I'll just kind of zoom out and be like, what the hell are we looking at here anyways, right?
Right.
So what we're looking at here is, don't worry about these letters, numbers, and lines per se yet, but just what's the current price of Bitcoin? Basically $10,513 or so dollars, right? We have about 10 hours left before this candle, which is a one-day candle, closes. And so, yeah, the last 2 days, right? We, like you said, we had a $500, well, actually, maybe a $600 or so drop just over the last 2 to 3 days, freaking a few people out. But I think before we had a much larger one, right? So, but that's obviously after a quite good run up in July and August. So, yeah, we're just kind of sitting here between why is it a rock in a hard place, right? So we got this resistance here at 10,500, which we're trying to regain and keep. And then we also got this moving average is
that was 100. I'm sorry, what was that? We're trying to keep, what's the price trying to keep? 10,500, you say?
Yep, exactly. That line, this red line right here is 10,500. If we look at the past, for a while, Bitcoin had a really hard time getting back above 10,500 until right here on July 27th.
Mm-hmm.
Then we came up, zooming up above there. We tested it, broke below it, and then trying to stay above it again. And so now we're between this rock and a hard place, because if we zoom in here, right, we have this 100-day moving average, and then we have this 500 support resistance. And so we're right.
What's that steep drop off there?
With this price?
No, the big red one, like that, because we had a huge jump up. Was there any rationalization for that?
This is basically a small fake out, right?
Yeah, that's exactly where I bought.
You were down, right? Well, yeah, exactly. You were probably right about here. So it's like, it's one of these things where it's like it gave a buy signal, and then this is what my opinion is on this, is the exchanges would prefer that to shake out the longs, because there's a lot of people who have leveraged longs, basically borrowing a little bit of extra money because they know over the long term Bitcoin's going more up than down, right? Mm-hmm, so a lot of people were putting in those positions here. They got taken out by the exchanges, right? And the same thing happened here in a mini fashion, right? People were starting to put in new long positions from here. It did come up, and then the exchanges started taking those out again. And so, yeah, we still got like a very middle ground or indecisive area that we're stuck in right now. And if we zoom out a little bit too, like on the weekly chart, what's
when in
this?
doubt, zoom out, right?
Exactly. I start hearing that other people say that on Twitter and so forth. I'm like, oh, I'm glad it's catching on.
Good, that's you.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, we can see this thing here on the weekly chart, right? Which is we have a top here and another top here. If we just draw a trend line, which is a form of support and resistance. If we zoom in on that, right, we're sitting right. What's that?
I just read something. I read a fucking hilarious comment. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
All right, bro. But basically, we're right here on top of this, descending trend line, right? Which is basically what we have here, right? So it really have about 4 days and 11 hours before this weekly close. So this is kind of interesting. It's just, it looks on the weekly scale, it looks nice, right? We're more up than we are down, especially since, well, we zoom out, like we said, again, right, compared to the beginning of the year. Like people freaking out that we might go back down into like the mid 9,000s or so is like, yeah, it just basically would mean probably another 1 month before we really run up.
Right.
So whatever. But there's people who want to go now, right? They're on the launch pad. They're like, baby, I want to take off. But sometimes, you have to be patient in this market. But so if we zoom back in, what's the thing to watch for here? Basically, it's just, okay, here's the previous high, 11,200 or a little bit under, right? And then here's the previous low at about 98.25.
That's in the most recent 90-day cycle?
60-day, yes.
Oh, 60-day cycle, okay.
Hold on a second. Wait. He's hearing people in the hallway. But basically, yeah, so we have these highs and lows, and we're smack dab right in the middle of them, right? So if we take a look at the next 60-day cycle, right, which we just started here, we kind of put this out to about 60 days on average. That gives us right around the election, which is interesting, right?
Oh, spicy.
Yep. So even if let's say we have a bearish case, right, a new low, right, coming in around here. Let's say, we have like a, basically we have the high here. We kind of trend sideways for a while and maybe just kind of grind out to a small low. And then after the election, basically an upwards price action. That's one possibility. Another possibility is actually and that's if we break maybe below this 9,800 area, but we probably don't drop that far. I would say maybe low to mid 9,000s, in that case. But what we could also do is kind of like try to fake out and make people think, okay, we come back to 10,000, but then we come back up here and we break this previous high. In that case, maybe we have a low in the next end of the next cycle a little bit higher. And then in that case, then we build up, through after the election to the end of the year as well. So either way, we're building up in general, but it's just how much time do we need to get there? And if we take a look at the stock to flow model, right, you can see that after the halving, right, we generally blow up above that area. The last one takes a little bit longer. This one, right, lag behind it a little bit, might take a little bit longer. But basically, we're still heading towards that $100,000 Bitcoin, whether we like it or not. Yeah, and interesting statistic as well is October, November tend to be some of the best months for ROI on Bitcoin, and September is one of the lowest. So we
interesting. And that is, how long is that history?
Since it began.
Really?
Yes, sir. So you're saying there's a chance.
So you're telling me there's a chance. Should I buy some more Bitcoin? Gee, let me think. Sure.
We're there, man. That's what we were saying in December.
What's up to everybody else? This is hilarious. I want to say this to Bob Z. Are people dumping for fiat in preparation for the perceived apocalypse due to the upcoming U.S. elections? Oh man! Oh, there is no way in hell sleepy Joe Biden is going to win. There is no way. Are there not when? Ryan, you're in the house. Weren't the debates supposed to start by now? Is it not debate time?
It should be, I think, right?
Are they like
pretty close to October?
Is that when, like, there should be 3 debates, right?
On Joe Rogan Experience?
Typically, well, like last year, what was on CNN, ABC, and blah blah blah, where they all throw all the fucking corrupt media was like, oh yeah, Hillary won all 3 of them when like Trump smoked her ass, and it's just hilarious, absolutely hilarious.
I want to see Joe and Trump go on the Joe Rogan Experience. That would have been fun.
Donald Pump. Oh man,
like M. Garcia here. Surprise.
M. Garcia said something funny. He says, "You strong hands, MLD," because I told him I bought what I think I bought at good lord, when I bought, I think 11,500 was my entry on that point, and yeah, that one stung a little bit. That one it burned when I peed for a while. But hey, it is. Oh, Artemis says there will be no debates. You're joking me.
We do not have a democracy anymore. We just have elections, I guess.
Are you kidding me? I mean, if Artemis said it, it's fucking true. That's why did they cancel it? Because of Rona? Biden won't go on JRE.
He'd be dumb to do that. He'd probably get his ass whooped.
End of September. Bro, it is the end of September. We got 1 week. Crazy. Oh, well, we're going to see. Yeah. Oh, this is Sejol says he literally pisses his pants. Dude, this guy reads 4chan. I like this guy. Oh, man. But okay. So I stand by my prediction. And I'm pretty smart. And I do think now I did say that Trump is going to win. And I said that the markets will rally after. However, with this whole mail-in ballot thing, I saw some dumb today in Japan. She's half Japanese, half American. And she's like, I got my absentee ballot, posting on Instagram. And I was just like, let me guess, random girl I matched with off of Bumble, you're going to vote for Joe Biden, right? And she didn't reply to me. I was like, oh, you fucking basic fucking normie. Oh, God. 4 weekly starting Tuesday, September 9th. Jess, is that real? Oh, they're scheduled, but no way Biden. Oh, okay. Man, oh my God, dude. No. Dude, that is must-see TV. That is must-see TV to watch the beating that the Don is going to put on Joe Biden. Oh,
well, he can't even complete a sentence anymore these days. So, I mean, yeah, there would be.
He can complete them, but they're like, did you know? And the pool and the. Did you see Nancy? Did you see Nancy Pelosi with her in the middle of the question? She like short-circuited and she was like, "Good morning, Sunday morning," in the middle of the thing.
No, I didn't see that one.
Oh, Chess. Okay, when you guys link me on Twitter, when you guys that follow me on Twitter, can you DM me the Nancy Pelosi spaz out? Because there's going to be more chaos, and people are saying there's going to be civil war. Let me tell you something. Those liberal crybabies with like 17,000 genders in one 24-hour cycle that they go through, and all the purple hair and everything. These people think because they're tough guys on social media that they're going to win the civil war. Like ammo is flying off the shelves everywhere in America, right? Even in fucking like in lib ass Los Angeles.
What I've heard of people wanting to like get that and then go to the countryside after the debates and just kind of like chill out because they don't even know like what's going to happen in cities and shit like that. I'm like, that's crazy.
Wow. Yeah, man, it's going to be crazy. Okay, no, Ryan, he said first debate is September 29th. Awesome. I will not have my gigantic TV by then, but the rest of them, Charlie, you got to come over. We got to watch. We got to live stream and watch these things.
I'll get as much popcorn as we need to get ready for that. That's going to be entertaining.
Dude, I got like 10 bags. I ordered the Kirkland signature ones from Amazon.
There we go.
Each bag was like $5.
Just every time there's something, just watch it and be like,
yeah, microwavable popcorn is a luxury over here in Japan, guys. Just so you know, you guys are spoiled in America with all the good food you got over there. But okay, so let's talk about we want to talk about the understanding the cryptocurrency cycles. Okay. And
by cycles, you're talking about like the ebbs and flows of the altcoins, kind of, right?
well, the life cycle of a shitcoin, and
Right.
it's basically what we're going to go through. Charlie, what would you say of the altcoins in the cryptocurrency market? What percentage of them are just complete garbage?
99%. It's
Exactly.
unfortunate. I mean, there's 7,000 plus, right? And okay, so I mean, just do the math. It's probably more than 99%, right? It's probably like 99.9. You do, there's over 7,000, right? There's probably 10 to 20 that we can be like fairly certain will stay around for a decent amount of time. Maybe 30 that you'd probably be really playing with if you're rather new to the market.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 50 to 100 that you can easily bet on, in the course of like 3 to 6 to 9 months that, are going to be in that area. Max 150 if you're kind of a little bit of a degenerate gambler, but you're still making some, decent bets.
Yes.
Anything beyond the top 150 is absolutely ridiculous for the most part. And so of that, I would just say, let's say about 20 out of 7,000, or maybe 30 if you really want to stretch it, are pretty decent. So that's do the math on that. It's probably 99.9%.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I was, obviously we had Asuka and Amber. I went out with them the other night. Asuka was the guest, and she is a Japanese citizen and heavily involved in the cryptocurrency space. And then Amber is the CEO of Zebra Global, which is an international cryptocurrency kind of media firm, but they also do investments. They do a lot. They put on live events. And I was talking with Amber. Amber will be on the show. Charlie and I are actually going to go have dinner with them and Adam from Bread Wallet this Friday, and we're all going to sit around and have some big boy talks, big girl talks as well, because the ladies will be joining us about cryptocurrency, what to do. They're doing some big things with Filecoin, and eventually we're going to have Amber on the show. But it's funny. I never met Amber, and I just wanted to kind of I asked some questions that I kind of knew were loaded, but I just wanted to see if she really knew what she was talking about, or if she was just another crypto talking head. But I asked her. I said, Amber, same thing I asked you. I said, what percentage of these projects do you think in cryptocurrency are just absolute garbage? And she laughed. She was like, about 99%. I was like, okay, I like you a lot. And she's mad cool too. But yeah, it's, guys, just so you know, I shout out to baby Jacob, who I love so much. I see him getting excited about stuff like Ocean and stuff like this. I'm like, I remember my crypto beginner days.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's all up on the Chad coin right now.
There he is. Voice of my ambition. Our man Jacob, one of the coolest guys in the Hot Dude Army locally here in Tokyo. Chad's is in the top coin. We got Chad coin. We got sushi. We've got. Listen.
Here. This is a perfect segue into this topic, right? Because we got stuff all the way from yams to sushi to fucking Chads. Yeah.
Yeah. George Rotaro is putting them up. Chad, uni, sushi, pasta, kebab, Doge, Hex to the moon. Oh God, is kebab really something?
Yeah.
Oh Lord. So anyways, we're gonna talk about this, and yeah. So how do you want to start about this? I can just give my I'm gonna give my just general analysis of just the life cycle of the typical shitcoin. And then what we'll do is Charlie's going to give us more of a technical breakdown, and then we will do some examples of some coins. Charlie has some examples lined up, and so I'll talk about the cycle, and then Charlie will give an example of a coin, and then I'll run support on his commentary as well. So here's what typically happens, right? First things first, you get actually, let me pull up the draw app. Okay. Let me pull this up. Make it a lot easier for everybody to understand what it is. What it do, baby? It's your boy Paul Wall. I'm dating myself there. All right. Okay. So here's how it goes. What's going on here? Help me out. Okay. So the typical shitcoin lifespan goes like this, right? So first you have the hype sect, okay? So you have the hype stage. That's first, right? And what they do is they get things going like Telegram chats, right? They have Reddit subreddits. They have meme teams. They have all this razzle dazzle marketing. They have Twitter. They have everything, right? So the first stage is the hype stage, right? And that's when they're like, listen, and they put up a website and they put all these people who are like, oh, you know, this guy is great and he is like this kind of blockchain engineer. And they make it look real professional. Nobody really does their research. Nobody does their digging and figures out what's going on. They just have a really, really good marketing presence. So you have the hype stage, right? And then secondly, you have the pre-buy-in stage, okay? So then you have the pre-buy. And I'm guarantee you guys will see all of this coming up again and again. Now, the pre-buy was also known as the ICO back in the day. Okay. This is when they have limited reach because all the dummies that bought into the hype here, right? So if you're a dum-dum and you got all hyped up here, here's your little broken heart, hyped up. Then they take that and they convert that into taking, this green's not going to pop up. Oh, no, I think green's going to be okay. Taking your hard-earned dollars, your euros, your yen, right? Whatever currency you are dealing with, they are ready to take it, okay? The next stage is the launch, okay? Now the launch phase is when they have the launch. All the other people that didn't buy in here, they saw the price skyrocket, and then they're like, "Oh my god, now we got to buy in." So you got the people buying the launch. More money comes in, right? And then also the price typically goes up really quickly. Okay, I'm talking like 25% or more. The price will jump within like a day or two. Mm-hmm. Our buddy Eddie, he was a guest on the Tokyo Crypto Show. All he did in 2017 was he just jumped from ICO to ICO, and he made
a ton.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about how much he made, but he did very well for himself. Mm-hmm. So the launch comes in, you get all the money, and the price pumps, right? And then you have the dump, right?
Yeah, baby.
The dump, then the dump happens, and then the fucking dump crashes down, right? The dump can occur anywhere between 3 to 6 months after the project is launched, right?
In some cases, in the last summer, 2 days.
Yep. This is optimistic. We get 3 to 6 months, but if they're a lower, shittier shitcoin, they're gonna dump out to about, sometimes within a week, right? Mm-hmm. And then you have the death. And then the death is just, the price is stagnant. The CEO moves on to a vodka company instead. That's an inside joke that only Charlie and I get. The CEO moves on to vodka company or something. He raised all the money. He does a couple lackluster appearances, and then the project just dies. And then they issue a public apology. We're sorry, we got hacked. We're sorry, blah blah blah. We're sorry, you're so fucking stupid, and we took all your money, and now we're living off of it. So sorry. So you got the hype, the pre-buy, the launch, the dump, the death. Okay, guys, this is not a joke. If you look back on majority of the coins, this happened. Like, for example, Remember, we had the hype for BitConnect, hype. Oh my God, BitConnect's coming. The pre-buy. Oh my God, we're good. The launch, the marketing, the fucking Spanish guy, BitConnect, right?
Yep.
Then the fucking dump, people panicking. You got the desperate people smoking hopium like from every orifice in their body. It's coming back. It's coming back. It's coming back for sure. It's just, you know, it's like that episode of The Simpsons when they launched the pig. He's like, it's just a little dirty. It's still good. It's still good. It's just a little airborne. It's still good. It's still good. You know?
Yep.
You have all these things going down, and then you have the death, right? And these are this is the life cycle of a shitcoin. So if you're really dialed into crypto, like, you know, Jacob, you're really dialed in right now. So what you can do is, if it's risky, but hey, you know, fortune favors the bold. If you can perfectly time this and to the launch, and you can jump from crypto to crypto, just going with the hype train, studying the technology, getting the launch, getting in there, riding that 25% up, staying sober, keep the 25%, and then just get out here, get out, and then move on to another shit coin. This is a strategy that's, if you put a team together, this is a very effective strategy. If it's like, you know, if you have like 5 to 10 people, all good brains, all like, imagine like 10 of you, Charlie, like trying to figure this out. This would be done overnight.
That's what we're doing in the crypto mindset course, baby. We're training these guys up.
Army
of hot crypto dudes making this money in the crypto game.
But yeah, so if you could just figure out how to run this, and like Ryan, you know, you're pretty much going to be self-employed, you know, and balling by the end of next year for sure. You could sit on your laptop in your part-time and hire a bunch of Indonesians and have them do the studying for you, and then just run this cycle and then pump up. What do you say, Charlie? What do you think about that? That's my just personal.
Yeah, let's outsource it. I love it. When everybody's
what do you think about my 5 stages? That's what I meant.
Oh yeah. No, that's definitely how 99.9% of these things go. It's like the web in the 1990s, right? Mm-hmm. We had Ask Jeeves, we had pets.com. I mean, to be honest, there's a lot of good ideas out there. I think even Mark Cuban, right, was one of the first guys to actually take streaming seriously. But obviously it took about 20 years for that idea to actually come to decent fruition, maybe even 30, right?
Right.
So there's going to be a lot of these really good ideas on cryptos. You're like, like the marketing is great for it because that actually is somewhere where this technology is going. But that might be 10, 20, 30 years down the line when that's viable. Right. And then
I left out a 6th stage, which we're witnessing right now with OMG, which is the resurrection. There's I was just gonna say, yeah. There's a rare chance that like sometimes these coins they get resurrected, and but yeah, I mean, what's your take on that?
Well, in order to get resurrected, right, usually it takes some big money and some whales to come do this. Right, OMG got Tether, which is basically, you know, one of the biggest money bags in crypto, to come in there and be like, hey, yep, we're gonna put $1 billion in your project. So that might just help a little bit, you know. So that took the price from $1.60 to $10. So pretty crazy.
Let's see. So okay, Chesty just sent me the thank you, Chesty. Chesty just sent me the clip of Nancy Pelosi. You got to see this shit, dude.
There we go. Let's watch it.
Oh my God, dude. It is friggin' hilarious. This woman is the Speaker of the House. Do you know what that means?
How old is she now?
Like 500. If Trump dies and Pence dies, she becomes president. If I'm correct. I'm pretty sure that's how the hierarchy works. Yeah. The Speaker of the House is 31. Did I tell you I saw Paul Ryan in Roppongi
recently?
No, a couple like about last year when he stepped down. I ran into him in the streets and I was like, is that fucking Paul Ryan? And I don't want to approach him. I thought like some Secret Service would like jump out of the bushes and shoot me. But yeah,
just some random white dude that looked like he's from Wisconsin.
No, because then I Googled it and it was like Paul Ryan is in Tokyo at the moment. I was like, holy shit, he was in Roppongi. Okay, take a look here. So this is her. Okay, I'm just gonna play a couple seconds beforehand. You can see. Look at this.
Soon, but it must be safe and efficacious when we do, not one as we
hold on, let me give her some bullshit
in our quiver.
They try to push through a nominee in the Senate. So what can you do then? Some have mentioned the possibility, if they try to push through a nominee in a lame duck session, that you and the House could move to impeach President Trump or Attorney General Barr as a way of stalling and preventing the Senate from acting on this nomination.
Well, we have our options. We have arrows in our quiver that I'm not about to discuss right now. But the fact is, we have a big challenge in our country. This president has threatened to not even accept the results of the election with statements that he and his henchmen have made. So right now, our main goal, and I think Ruth Bader Ginsburg would want that to be, would be to protect the integrity of the election as we protect the American people from the coronavirus. And I have faith in the American people on this Sunday morning. I hope and pray we have a vaccine and that it will be soon, but it must be safe and efficacious when we do, not one day sooner, not one day later than that. But the fact is, this administration has been a total failure in protecting the health and well-being of the American people, and it has had an impact on our economy. The lives, the livelihood, and the life of our democracy are threatened by this administration. So again, when people say, what can I do? You can vote, you can get out the vote, and you can do so as soon as possible. 10 states, as I said, on Friday, started their early voting the day that we lost Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
But to be clear, you're not taking any arrows out of your quiver. You're not ruling anything out.
Good morning, Sunday morning.
Oh.
We have a responsibility. We take an oath.
Ouch. Ouch.
Few fries short of a Happy Meal.
Yeah, it's just like, cannot compute. Boop, 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 beep, boop.
And this bitch is in charge of the country. Like, literally, you and I could do a better job.
Let's do it. Let's go. Let's go. Can we take our titles and just change the titles of the actual offices we're about to enter?
Bill George says Biden wins Civil War. If the Civil War is won by shitting your pants, then yes, he has a landslide victory.
There needs to be an age cutoff these days, I think, with some of these politicians, because, like, yeah, man, like, that's just bad news written all over it.
You know, these times are so troubling. I'd kill myself, but then what I would do is I'd end up voting Democrat because they'd use my dead fucking body and my
take your fingerprint.
There's like dead people voting Democrat. You know that they have a lot of these false fucking voting things.
Yeah, they just take people's identities. Yeah. So
it's just like. It's just like what is even going on here? But anyways, back on topic. You want to talk about?
So I'll show you a fun one. We were talking about, okay. So you're talking about that life cycle, right? Well,
yes.
That was set 20. I mean, it's still the case, but it's on steroids now. Mm-hmm. So what was happening in 2017 is now happening on steroids. And why is that? There's a new thing that's entered the market, which was, well, in 2017, right, to get your ICO out there, you had to have an exchange that wanted to list you, right?
Yes.
So you had to have Binance, Coinbase, Bitflyer here in Japan, like whatever, Kraken, Poloniex. You had to get some exchange to list you. Now that took some, backroom deals, made some, grease the wheels on somebody a little bit, or get some relationships. It took a lot of work. And so not all of these ICOs were really able to, once launched, right, they weren't able to get on a decent exchange, and therefore the price either dumped or didn't do anything, or the project died.
Right. Let's talk about Nancy. This guy is hitting home runs with his comments today. I'm sorry, I don't know who this guy is, but Bob, you're hilarious. Sorry, Charlie. Sorry.
You're all good. It's all good. I mean, gotta have some fun here. But then, so what's happening differently in this bull market, right, is we have this thing called a Uniswap. So Uniswap is what we have as the first major decentralized exchange, which has been successful. All right. And so what's a decentralized exchange? It's an exchange, right, that doesn't have like a central point of failure, right? Whereas Binance, you can shut down its servers. same with Coinbase, you could go to the company headquarters, shut it down. Whereas a decentralized exchange, you're not going to go and shut down this group of computers or that group, because they're basically running over a large area, as is Bitcoin, right? Versus a traditional currency or bank, right? Mm-hmm. So, all right, we got these decentralized exchanges. Why are they changing like the speed of this process? They're actually speeding up this process because you no longer have to get verified by an exchange for you to sell your token or to sell your cryptocurrency. All of a sudden, all you need to do is make an Ethereum-based cryptocurrency, because Uniswap is only for Ethereum-type tokens. Just make something based on Ethereum, and you're automatically listed. There's no vetting process, nothing. Just automatically listed, and let the speculation ensue. So you might imagine that this whole process.
Oh my God. Yeah. Can we talk about? Okay. So you probably spoke a foreign language to a lot of people. Let's break that. Let's break that down. Let's break that down. Oh Jesus, I fucking sound like Joe Biden. Let's break that down. Let's break that down one more time, and let's highlight around that beautiful world and that beautiful word that runs the crypto world: speculation. Can we talk about that for a moment?
Let me make it simpler even, right? So you have an exchange which people run, and it has to verify a coin in order to have it on there. And it usually costs like hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars to get your coin on a big one. Then you have this decentralized exchange, which nobody in particular necessarily runs, right? You can put anybody who can make an Ethereum token can go on there. And so you have this thing that's, even though the centralized exchanges, they're not all regulated, at least they regulate themselves to some extent, right? They make partnerships, deals, all that, versus a decentralized exchange, which doesn't make any deals. As soon as you make an Ethereum token, it's on there. And so then instead of having like a kind of controlled speculation slightly of like, okay, this company is actually, or this exchange is actually promoting these coins. So for at least a short period of time, like 3 to 6 months, as you mentioned, or even before that, sorry, like a few months, you can actually get this thing pumping, and you get some people behind it, right? Versus Uniswap, which is, just you put your token on there, all of a sudden it's listed. You can get these crazy pump ups, and just the speculation is like 10 times more rampant. And then you also get these huge dump downs. So let me tell you about 2 coins this summer, which were probably maybe the most entertaining coins of the year so far.
Oh God, I think I know where this is going.
Down the tubes fast. But we'll put some positive caveats at the end, because people watching this show probably like, and why are you advocating getting into cryptocurrency? At the end of the day, right? You got to know these things in order to play this in the Wild West, right? To play in this market. So it's not for the faint of heart, that's for sure. But it's, with the volatility comes a lot of opportunity, a lot of money to be made.
Right. Again, speculation is your enemy in cryptocurrency, and you need to go with the cold hard facts, and you need to swallow your pride and get rid of your male ego, which is there's plenty of that to go around. At the same, you just look like right now, how I'm down $1,000 in multiple Bitcoin that I purchased in this most recent move.
But have you sold is the question.
But I have not sold, and then B, it is Bitcoin. So in this circumstance, it's a little bit different. But when you have a shit coin, you have to some of you guys are trying to play crypto and just bat 100, like never strike out. Everything's a home run. Doesn't work like that. Okay.
No, it's like baseball.
Yes.
Go for it though.
No, that's all I want to say is sometimes you just got to take the L. You got to take the L. Be like, hey, you know what? I lost the money. I lost this, and it is what it is. And here we are. You know what I mean? And you just got to take it like a man.
Yeah. Well, and this is where I think somebody mentioned it a little bit earlier. It's like, okay, can you actually take your emotion out of the game? Do proper risk management, right? Keep the losses small, right? And then you accumulate for the long term, because the long term is more up than down, and you have some patience, which is if you do trading right, it's boring. right? But most people want to get on that moon juice, get on that hopium, and then like hook themselves up to this fucking craziness that is, the speculation of stuff on Uniswap. And, they take the huge losses as well as the huge wins, and they just don't do anything, right? Whereas if you take some small losses and then you have a few big home runs, right? Even better. You're going to be just doing just fine. So you have to play defense. You have to, have good pitching. And then when you're batting, you just, you focus on the big wins and keep the losses small. So I guess baseball is a pretty decent metaphor for it. Mm-hmm. But so the two coins I was going to give it as an example. One, which is probably the shortest crypto I've ever seen in existence that got some traction, is a thing called a YAM token, YAM, with the symbol actually being like a half cut yam.
Fantastic.
So my first question to you is, would you put your money in something called a yam, right? And if you are doing that, you are a degenerate gambler, basically.
I'm more of a sushi guy myself.
Okay, so a little bit higher class than the sweet potato, right?
Oh man, James T says mate was absolutely shit-faced on hopium back in 2017.
Dude, it's a great drug.
Man, you guys, like, it probably will never happen in our lifetime again, but the mania in Tokyo in 2017, Q3 and Q4, I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it. We got our boss to buy in. Me and Charlie were smoking hopium, like we were cracked out on hopium. We talked our boss into spending $4,000 cash, like we were drinking in the office, and he's like, I want to buy some Bitcoin right now. We're like, let's do it. And then he put like $4,000 in Bitcoin when it was like, what, like 16,000 or was it? But yeah, it was about 16,000. I think we got 14 or 16,000. Yep. And
one of our guys who is probably the most experienced trader there, he's like, guys, don't do it. You were encouraging to go to the ATM. I was like, I gotta watch this.
Oh my God, dude, it is hilarious, man.
But, he was a good sport about it, right? He was just like, oh yeah, whatever, and hopefully he's still holding it because it'll come back. But anyways, so YAM, the history of YAM, the whole 2-day history of YAM. This thing comes up, everybody's like, oh my God, and people buy it, and then it dumps down into non-existence and dies within 2 days. All right, so not a very, it just come easy go. But here's a little bit of a better one. I'll screen share this one. The next one was called a hot dog, and everybody in the chat's yelling, talk about hot dog, because it was fucking hilarious. Fucking hilarious.
Oh God.
So, I mean, you can go to Crypto Potato here, obviously accredited news source.
It's funny because like people are probably watching us like, who are these fucking jokers? Like, what is this shit? Like, some boomers. But like this, like, motherfucker, welcome to 2020. Like, there are billions of dollars going around in these projects. Billions with a B, and no, that is not an exaggeration.
Yep. And sometimes you just gotta meme your way through life, meme your way to the top. So, anyways, we had this thing go from $4,000 to $1 in 5 minutes. How did that happen? Oh, maybe. Let me zoom in on this shitcoin. This is absolutely wonderful.
Oh my God.
I don't think you can see this very well. For some reason, it won't allow me. Oh, there we go. Now we're zooming in. Sweet. All right. Hold on. Let me
do it. Did you gotta do?
All right, 250%. See this chart here?
Yep.
Right. Starts down here at about like 2 cents. Goes literally up to it went more than 4,000. Went up just above $6,000. And that was in the course of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours, from pennies to $6,000, and then basically 2 hours down to 4,000, and then 5 minutes from 4,000 to $1 to basically, and it's gone.
Wow.
So it is what it is, but that was the day in the life of hot dog. So Sushi Swap was somewhere in between there, right? People were taking it semi-seriously, but those people are also obviously, if you're don't invest in food coins. I don't think I need to say that, but it's kind of a sad state of affairs that you do need to say that, you know?
Oh God. I mean, like I said, the thing is, again, look, my channel and this little corner of the internet, we're niche. Okay. And like I said, I passed that IQ test around to like the guys who just recently gotten involved in Salt. And the average score was like between 115 and like, 130, 140 ish.
Nice.
Some of the guys tested like 130, and actually a few of them. Got a guy in Germany tested 144. I think Ryan from Hypnosis for Men is like 146 or 142.
It's pretty up there too, I think.
Yeah, so there are no dum dums in this corner, but like the thing is like when you're intelligent, sometimes you figure something out and you think like that was like too easy, like it's got to be more difficult. But no, it's not. It's you're just smart in a world of dummies, and that's what happens with crypto. Like if you can just time these things correctly, there is money to be made. But people, you just it takes a lot of work. You got to like be in the Telegram chats. You got to be watching their YouTube channels. Like look at the fucking guy, Hexologist, right? The potato guy from Idaho, right? He calls himself, he's Hexologist. This is what he calls himself. He's like, I'm the Hexologist. Like, what are you hexologing about? Like how your coin is just a scam, and all he's doing.
You're wearing a bathrobe at the same time. I mean, come on, man.
Right, but I'm not doing it. I'm doing this with irony. He actually,
I get that.
He actually believes in hex. Okay, and what's funny about the bathrobe is like I wore the bathrobe just a couple of times and then I stopped wearing it, and like there was a mutiny in the chat. They were like, "Where is the bathrobe? You need to wear the bathrobe. Come back, put the bath." And then I thought to myself, "Hey, it's easier to throw in a bathrobe than a full outfit, and I'm running out of outfits, so hell yeah."
And likewise, like I said, we got to meme our way through life sometimes, so that's why it's fun.
Yeah. So I just think like, if you're a smart person, it takes a lot of work, but you can get in. I mean, look at Hex. Did Hex not follow what we said it did? Right.
I mean, it's still surviving. So this is the thing that like, it's kind of funny about that one in particular is, it's still floating. Right. So I think it's like a almost 1 year anniversary. I think this December. And I mean, yam and hot dog and sushi lasted less than a couple of weeks. This one's lasted, I think, like at least 9 months, which I'm like, yeah, it's better than these other ones. So, but it's kind of actually one interesting thing about it is it was the first coin here on Uniswap to kind of validate that Uniswap is actually a legit decentralized exchange, because no other exchange would really want to, not a lot of other exchanges, especially the big ones, they didn't want to list it, right?
Right.
And so it kind of bypassed all of those, like the normal crypto, the way. And so actually Uniswap in, I think it was August and early September, had more trading volume on it than Coinbase. So these decentralized exchanges, right, it's kind of like an experiment for sure, and it's an interesting one, but they're starting to take over, right?
Yeah. And
so, yeah, it's more of like a just a free for all. So we'll see where these things go over time, but some of them are going to last longer than others. Some of them won't. But at the end of the day, like you said at the very kind of the middle to beginning of our talk, right? Really, it's all about the long-term winners, right? Being patient. That quick money, easy come, easy go. Bitcoin and Ethereum are the horses to ride, and everything else is just along for the ride.
Yeah, and that's I should put. I think we should do like the psychology of your typical crypto trader as well. Like like basically they buy in, they think it's fantastic, they get all hyped up, they get burned by the shitcoin, and then they become a Bitcoin maximalist like I am.
Yeah, some people, are faster than others. Some people got to get burned like hard. Like I literally tell people, I'm like, hey, I tell you that fire's hot, but sometimes you got to go touch it to experience it for yourself, because you can tell people all you want, like, okay, avoid this, avoid that. do this, do that. But then, like a moth to flame, they just have to test it every once in a while by themselves to, you can't stop them. Some people, they're just going to do that. So, well, I guess, but at least we told them.
So listen, guys, today was just a little bite-sized episode. We're going to talk more about this in Charlie's webinar. It is actually getting ready to go live right now. So for you guys that are in the Crypto Vision, you will receive the private communication link to join the Zoom call. We will all be in there. We'll be fielding your questions and answers from today's episode. So come on down. Don't forget, tomorrow, Body Language Mastery is live and launching, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on this channel. So hit that subscribe button. Until then, you guys have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next week. Peace out.